Hi, John Rapasky from the Counsel Mortgage Group. In this video, we're going to talk about the documents that are going to needed for a loan. And what I always tell my clients is provide it, don't fight it. In other words, the lenders are going to ask for a whole bunch of documents. And if you want to get the loan, you have to provide the documents nowadays. As you can see in the blog post right below the video here, there's the list of all the documents. And I'm not going to go through all those for you right here, but I'm just going to kind of highlight a few of them and try to give you some insight as to why the lenders are asking for these documents. Last 2 years' tax returns, we're getting to see that a lot, especially if you're self-employed. Self-employed individuals, they're going to look at what your net income is. Not your gross receipts, but your net income after your expenses. And they're going to also want to see your business returns as well. Year-to-date profit and loss statements, they're going to ask for that as well. So, because if the tax return was done, and here we are in August of the following year, they're going to want to see how you're doing this year. So they're going to ask for about a half year's worth, in that instance, of profit and loss statements. They're going to ask for your last couple months worth of bank statements. And they do look at deposits, and they are going to look at large unexplained deposits, because there was a law that was passed about a year or so ago called the anti-money laundering law. And along with that, any unexplained deposits are going to have to be documented when you're applying for a loan. So just be prepared for that. So if you're, no matter what bank you are, sometimes it just says deposit. It doesn't say from your employer, it just says deposit. Well, and the deposit could be 10 grand. Well, they're going to want that documentation. And if you can't provide that documentation, then they will not consider those assets in your application. They'll also ask for a letter of explanation regarding any inquiries on your credit report. And what they're getting at there is they want to see that there isn't any credit that's not on your credit report that you've applied for from somebody else. So let's say that you went and applied for a credit card just recently. It may not appear on your credit report, but there may be an inquiry from the credit card company right there. So you're going to have to write that in a letter and say, well, yeah, I did just apply for a credit card, and you may have to provide the terms of what that credit card is. If you are going through a divorce, you will have to provide the divorce decree once it's final. Any child support awards, they're going to want to figure those out in the debt-to-income ratios. Gift letters, donors can be relatives, those are fine, but we're going to have to provide documentation. Usually there's a letter you need to complete, as well as the donor is going to have to typically provide documentation showing they have the funds to give, and then to transfer the funds into your account. These are just a few of the items that I wanted to highlight here, but as you can see below, there's a list, and of course, if you have any questions, give us a call. Thanks.